What if your purpose has nothing to do with what you do? Think about that for a second. We spend so much of our lives and our leadership focused on doing the actions, the deliverables, the decisions, the outcomes. We measure ourselves by what we produce, what we accomplish, and what we can point to at the end of the day. But here's a different way to think about it. Your purpose is not the thing you do, it is the thing that happens in others when you do what you do. Let that sit for a moment. I can feel that it is not about the meeting that you ran. It's about whether someone left that meeting feeling clearer, more confident, more capable than when you walked in. It's not about the feedback you gave. It's about whether that person felt seen, challenged, believed in. It's not about the strategy you built. It's about whether your team felt like they were part of something meaningful while they were building it with you. Do you see the distinction? It's the what happens in others that your purpose comes to life. The doing matters. Of course, the doing matters, but purpose lives in the impact. Oh, gosh, I feel that all over. Purpose lives in the impact, in what people carry with them long after the work is done, long after you do what you do. So it's not about what you do, it's about how people feel about what you did. I have spent a lot of time sitting with this question of purpose. And in doing that, I have created this unnecessary expectation of it is around the thing I do. But what I keep coming back to as I'm reflecting on this is knowing that my purpose at a high level is so simply to be a light, not in a grand or dramatic way, just in the way that when someone walks away from a conversation with me, I hope they feel a little more encouraged, a little more seen, a little more capable of what's ahead of them. That's not about what I did in that conversation. It's about who I was in it. And I think that's true for all of us in leadership. The people that you lead are doing their own doing every single day. And you have more influence over what happens in them than you probably realize. I mean, everything we do is creating this ripple effect, not through your title, not through your authority, but through how you show up and the kinds of ripples that you create, how you lean in, how you listen, how you respond when things are hard, how you make people feel about themselves when they are around you. We were recently at a birthday party for my cousin, and I engaged in conversation. We were out at a bar having some drinks and playing some games and having fun. And there was a bachelor party that came in, and it was a group from St. Louis. And my cousin's from St. Louis, so we naturally quickly connected with this group. And I got in conversation with one of the guys and just acknowledged him and asked questions about where he grew up. And the next thing I knew, he's like pouring out his heart about how he has completely reprioritized his life. He's let go of some really hard things. And even like some of his friends in the background, we're kind of making like funny little gestures, like kind of giving him jabs, but he clearly needed a safe place to share because he shared. And then he ended up telling me as I was leaving, maybe like 30 minutes after this conversation, like, hey, thank you so much for listening. You had a big impact on me. That is purpose, not in what I did, but how encouraged and heard he felt through it. So here's the thing about purpose. Just like that little example shares doesn't require a big moment. It lives in the small ones. The conversations you have on a random Saturday in a random bar. the conversation you had in the hallway on your way to the meeting, the way you handled a mistake, yours or someone else's, the meeting where you chose to be curious rather than judge, the moment you made someone feel like they belonged. Those moments, they add up. They land in people. I think we are craving that, being seen, being heard, being encouraged. And so those moments stay long after we have moved on to the next thing on our list. So here's the leadership reflection. I want you to think of someone who has made a real difference in your life. Do you remember their strategy, their performance metrics, their to-do list? No. You remember how they made you feel, don't you? So turn that around. What is the thing that happens in others when you do what you do? Is that the thing you want to be known for? This is the work of leadership, shifting from doing more to being more intentional about who you are while you are doing it. What a great way to take care of yourself and ultimately each other.